of the equipment, head guards remaining a feature of elite Olympic-style boxing for women. They remain compulsory as he brings them together for the final instructions.
Go back of the head, holding, big punches up there. Touch close, please.
Round one.
We're at the quarterfinal stage of the women's 54-kilogram bantamweight division, and this an all-southpaw clash between boxers from Northern Ireland and India. The slightly taller figure wearing blue, who was just picked off by a right jab as she went in search of her own offense, is Nicole CLYDE, 23 years of age. It's her second bout of Glasgow 2026, her second Commonwealth Games appearance, and it was an Indian boxer who eliminated her in Birmingham 4 years ago. And that was when the outstanding Neetu Ganges, who went on to win Commonwealth Games gold, put the 19-year-old out, forcing the towel to come in from the Northern Ireland corner. The boxer wearing blue is one of the best boxers in the world, ranked number 3, that is Preeti, two-time reigning Asian Continental champion, picking up a senior title at 54 kilograms, this very weight, earlier this year.
Preeti relaxing very nicely into this bout. Both girls landing some really nice lead uppercuts, actually. Not that we see that as often as the rear, but from the southpaw stance, the lead uppercut was really good for both. Both getting to it in the center of the ring here.
Indeed, both boxers circling one another up on their toes. Right jab just a little short, but then turning it into a two-phase attack is CLYDE. Preeti looking to peck and poke with straight punches while up on her toes, caught on the disengagement by CLYDE. There's a nice right hook on the inside from Preeti. Terrific two-way action through the first half of this opening round.
CLYDE continuing to come forward and apply the pressure. Preeti just blocking there, getting up nice and tight.
Picked off by a shot to the body. And there's another right uppercut snuck in on the inside by CLYDE. And again, neither of these boxers looking to run and hide. Preeti using the space of the ring, CLYDE looking to cut her off and apply pressure, but that's a wonderfully picked left cross, and it caught CLYDE as she was coming in, and it causes referee Mr. Carl Ruin of Australia to intervene and issue a standing 8 count. So just under a minute remaining. Beautiful right jab to the body on a resumption from Preeti. There she goes in search of the left cross that brought about the standing 8 count once again. CLYDE back over the front foot looking to take it to her opponent, but he's picked off by a nice right hook, exploding into that shot out of a crouch was Preeti. CLYDE with a cluster of punches that were effective. Beautiful right uppercut on the inside, and Preeti doing an outstanding job making room for her punches and finding space for them.
Yeah, she's finding a home for a lot of those punches. That lead uppercut is really impressive. She just sneak it in between the guard of CLYDE. CLYDE is continuing to press forward. There's
a corkscrew right hand once again to snap the head back off CLYDE, and she's using the screw shots to terrific effect, really creating angles for the shots. There's a right hand once again around the corner, over the top of the low-held left of Nicole CLYDE. It's been a competitive first 3 minutes of boxing, but with a standing count and the quality of punches that she demonstrated, I wouldn't be surprised if this is a unanimous sweep of the cards for the boxer wearing blue. Preeti was absolutely sublime in that opening 3 minutes during a competitive first stanza.
Lovely, just some beautiful boxing, really good punch picking, lovely use of the ring on the outside against the ropes. Very lovely work there from Preeti.
So a clean sweep of the cards returned in favor of the number 3 ranked boxer in the world, and judge number 2 from Morocco returning a 10-8 verdict. Remember, 10-9 for a close round, 10-8 for a clear winner, 10-7 for total domination. All 5 verdicts returned in favor of Preeti of India.
Round 2.
So we move into the second round of this women's 54-kilogram bantamweight quarterfinal. The winner progresses through to the medal stages. It's an all-southpaw affair, and Preeti wearing blue boxed sublimely in the opening round. Nicole CLYDE of Northern Ireland wearing red was competitive, had her own successes, but that shot right there, the right hook from around the belt line, and then she turned it into a right jab. Preeti's lead hand working wonderfully, and that is why she took the opening round with a clean sweep of the cards, including a 10-8 verdict for judge number 2.
And yes, CLYDE is continuing to press forward here, but she's just being met with a really solid defense. That was a very good 1-2 from CLYDE, but the solid defense of Preeti is causing her some issues. She tends to be following Preeti a little bit in the ring here. It'd be good if she could cut her off and get some different angles as she comes forward.
Nicole CLYDE, multiple All-Ireland titles. She took the 2025 Northern Irish title at this weight, 54 kilograms last year. And again, it was such a tough draw for the teenager who was just finding her feet in senior boxing. There's a good left cross. Preeti may have taken a little bit off it by turning her head, but that prompts her to stand and fight, and she drives in an effective shot to the body. But CLYDE with a wonderful straight to get the attention of Preeti.
Preeti back up on her toes. Again, just moving around to her right. She's been circling that way the whole way through the bout. That was a beautiful straight 1-2, right down the pipe, knocked the head back of CLYDE, who's continuing to follow her in the ring here.
So CLYDE continuing to venture forwards. And while she's busy with her hands, her head movement isn't allowing her to evade a lot of these shots that are coming in from Preeti, who is really flowing beautifully here. She found her groove right from the opening bell. The lead right hand in the form of a hook or a jab or a corkscrew uppercut was really effective. That's a good two-shot salvo to the body, but Preeti gets the get back immediately and then works the body, comes up to the head. Wonderful variety. And after a real passage of success for Nicole CLYDE, with a good salvo of punches to the body, Preeti responded with a magnificent volley to bring about standing count number 2.
CLYDE just switched off there, dropped the hands as she was coming forward. She was doing some really lovely work, but Preeti just capitalizing on any little mistake made by the Northern Irish boxer there.
So CLYDE trying to present angles as she jitterbugs her way in, but Preeti's punch picking is so precise. Popping out that lead hand, there's evidence of it once again. It may have landed with the inside of the glove to render it a slap, but it certainly found a target. CLYDE back into close range on a disengagement. Preeti helps herself to a 1-2 led by the southpaw right jab, followed by a stiff right cross, left cross landed with a bent elbow. CLYDE continuing to press, runs onto another backhand from Preeti, who is pot-shotting beautifully in the closing stages of this second round. Another wonderful display from one of the very best in the world, Preeti, treating this quarterfinal like a showcase to exhibition to exhibit her skills.
Although sharp throughout most of the bout there, the variety that she showed was fantastic. The drop down to the body there with that top right hook coming over and spinning the head guard of Nicole CLYDE was a fantastic punch.
It's another clean sweep of the cards, and this time 2 10-8 verdicts returned. Preeti in a really commanding position with 3 minutes of boxing remaining. And again, CLYDE is competing spiritedly, but Preeti's quality of punch and ring craft is absolutely exquisite here at SEC Hall 5 tonight through 6 minutes of boxing.
Round 3.
So we move into the third and final round, and while the sound of the bell was still ringing around SEC Hall 5, Preeti helped herself to a strong left cross. Now she's back up on her toes, controlling the distance pretty effectively. CLYDE scores with a good left cross. She's trailing by a considerable margin after 6 minutes of boxing. She's conceded both rounds unanimously. The first round contained a 10-8 scorecard for judge number 2. The second round contained 2 10-8 scorecards for judge number 1 and 2, but CLYDE continuing to press, but look at that, touched up by 3 scoring shots on her forward foray.
CLYDE in her determination was just falling in a little bit there, and her guard is a little bit leaky, you know? It's not as tight as Preeti's, who's again winging the shots there to great effect.
And Preeti doing a good job, doing an outstanding job keeping the movement going, sticking and moving, not holding her feet, and it's making her very difficult to catch. There CLYDE tries to drop down to the body, but again, it's another right-left combination, and because the shots are coming from around the belt line, they could be very difficult to pick up from CLYDE, who is now appearing between high-held gloves. Right-left combination is an effective salvo for CLYDE, and she seeks to creep her way forwards into range once again. There's another flashing left cross that scores for CLYDE.
Preeti looking very comfortable as she just goes to her right, and that was a beautiful lead uppercut again from Preeti.
Right uppercut turned underneath to jolt the head back of Clyde. Referee, Mr. Carl Rowan, keeping a close eye. That's 3 standing counts. If she picks up one more, that will be 4 in total, and that will curtail the contest. So Clyde knows that she needs a big finish, and in fairness, she's going after it. That was a good hook to the body of Preeti, but there's the right uppercut once again from Preeti, showing wonderful variety. Such shot selection, a wide-ranging repertoire, and all of it on display here tonight.
Just great upper body movement there from Preeti. And the jab, ducked down, came back up with the right hook. Really wonderful punch selection here. And really flowing as well. She just looks so relaxed in there on the back foot. Not worried about the pressure that Clyde is possessing in front of her.
Clyde not too far away with that combination, but Preeti can enter bout management mode here now. Just engaging on her own terms. The 2 boxers trade off at center ring. But Preeti knows that she'll be going through to the medal stages, short of tripping over a fight-ending combination. These are the top 2 nations from the boxing tournament in Birmingham 4 years ago. There's another jolting left cross which drove Clyde backwards, disrupted her boxing stance a little bit. Clyde getting busy to both body and head in search of the finishing salvo that she needed. But a final pot shot success for Preeti on the final bell. And that concludes what was a wonderful contest, but Preeti put herself into the semi-finals with a wonderful display right from the opening bell to unpick the forward forays of Nicole Clyde and book herself a place on the medal roster.
Some absolutely wonderful boxing to watch there on display from Preeti. And props to Nicole Clyde for really pushing forward and making the contest a very exciting bout to watch. But it was Preeti who shone in there in the ring tonight.
One suspect this is going to be unanimous in favor of Preeti, just awaiting official confirmation.
We go to our scorecard. We have a unanimous decision. The winner in the blue corner from India, Preeti.
So Preeti, in her maiden appearance at a Commonwealth Games here in Glasgow 2026, has secured herself a place on the medal rostrum with a unanimous points decision victory. Nicole Clyde earned herself a measure of Commonwealth Games redemption after that really tough draw in Birmingham 4 years ago when she was just 19. But it's another Indian boxer, another one of the top-rated operators in the world that has accounted for Nicole Clyde on the Commonwealth Games stage. A thumbs up to her fans and compatriots in the house here at SEC Hall 5. And Preeti goes through to the medal rostrum and the semi-finals, but make no mistake, the world number 3 will have her designs on gold, and that is how she did it. A clean sweep of the cards in all 3 completed rounds and a wide margin.